Hello, and welcome to this instructional design video. To begin, I'd like to review what instructional design is. In a nutshell, instructional design is an evaluative, systematic process where instructors use analysis of learners and objectives of the course to design and develop course materials and instruction. Then the materials and instruction are delivered to the learners. After the delivery of materials and assessment of learners, instructors evaluate the course and make note of specific revisions needed. Using this definition of instructional design, I am going to specifically address the instructional model Assure that was developed by Hynek, Melinda, Russell, and Smaldino. Assure includes 6 steps of instruction development. The steps of Assure are specifically designed to build on one another, making instruction development have a natural flow. Next, I am going to guide you through the steps of the Assure model. This model uses 6 steps that correspond with each letter. We will start at A, which is step 1. A, analysis. During this step, instructors are learning about their students or participants. Instructors are learning the general characteristics, such as age and gender, as well as their learning styles and preferences in order to focus on motivational aspects of learning. If prior data exists or pre-assessments have been administered, instructors are also looking at the competencies of the learners. Step 2 of the Assure model is S, state objectives. In this step, instructors are using the information they've learned about learners and their course requirements to develop objectives that specify what learners will be able to do after instruction. It is a good idea to state objectives that clearly follow the ABCDs of objectives, provide learners with the information of who the audience is, the behavior required, based on what conditions, and to what degree they are expected to learn. Step 3 of the Assure model is also S. This S stands for Select Strategies, Technology, Media, and Materials. This step is one of the most important to spend quality time developing. In this step, you will be using your objectives to make decisions on strategies, technology, media, and materials needed for learners to meet the objectives. You must decide whether the course will be instructor-focused or student-centered. Preference is to student-led instruction. Keep in mind, it is not about using the highest technology available, but using what you have available well. Step 4 of the Assure model is U. Utilize technology, media, and materials. This step is for making a plan for how to utilize the strategies, technology, media, and materials gathered in the previous step. Through research in a publication titled Assure Instructional Design Model by Serhat Kurt, this is broken down into what is known as the 5 Ps. First, preview the resources gathered by viewing all media and materials before presenting to learners. 2. Prepare all materials, media, technology, and strategies prior to instruction. 3. Prepare the learning environment. Make adjustments to the structure based on instructional needs. 4. Prepare learners by setting expectations for learning. 5. Provide the learning experience to the learners. Step 5 of the Assure model is R. Require learner participation. This might be one of the most interesting steps. In this step, you are developing expectations for how you are going to require learners to participate in the learning. Are you requiring them to develop questions, participate in discussions either face-to-face or on discussion forums, or create an infographic based on information presented or experienced? The ideas are endless, but the goal of this step is to be intentional about students not just sitting and absorbing the instruction, but applying the instruction. Step 6 of the Assure model is E-Evaluate. In this step, you are evaluating the effectiveness of your instruction on student learning. You are looking to decide if your lessons met the learning objectives. Do assessments align with objectives? How did you assess if students met objectives? And did the media, strategies, or materials used enhance the instruction or disrupt instruction? Based on the results of these evaluating questions, revision is made to the course instruction as needed. It is crucial to not skip this step. This is the final step of the Assure model. I have chosen the Assure model as the instructional model that best supports my instructional needs and my proposed interactive learning model for a few reasons. My instructional organization and environment are in the transition from no technology to adequate technology. Based on this, I felt that the Assure model would assist in my focus of assessing how to include technology in instruction. Another reason I chose this model is because it has a basic linear structure. The layering or steps build on each other. This is how my brain is organized when it comes to developing instruction. Assure also includes required learner participation as a specified step, which is valuable to me. How do I want students to demonstrate their knowledge, and how does that appeal to their learning styles? This model is uniquely suited for me and my learning environment based on its linear structure of thought process for development and its inclusion of steps that are important to me to focus on during development of instruction, such as including media and technology and required learner participation. The Assure model will likely impact my interactive learning model in positive ways. This model has explicit steps and goals for achieving solid instructional design by breaking the development process down into key goals and then building upon them. Using this model will lead to improvement and/or enhancement over the process I've used in the past due to the specific guidance and breakdown of gathering materials, utilizing the prepared materials, and deciding what specific learner participation I want in the lesson. These are things that I haven't always paid attention to, and the Assure model requires this focus. This will lead to more effective lessons as I am using the information I've gathered about my students to specifically formulate the lesson from objectives to the required participation. It is my goal that this model increases student engagement and the retention of content. There are many resources available that support the Assure model. One of the resources that I personally use and have referenced in this video is from educationaltechnology.net. It is by Serhat Kurt, entitled Assure Instructional Design Model. I have included the link for you. Thank you for taking the time to view my instructional design video regarding the Assure model and how it addresses my instructional needs.